disease. Now, so coming to dosage, you see, we have a magic formula for dosage. 1, 2, 4, 6. What's the meaning of 1, 2, 4, 6? Means for the first week, we advise our people to take only 1 pass per day. 1 RG and 1 GL observe for 1 week. This is very important, you know. This to observe 1 week, we see that any reaction or any detoxification going on or not. So after 1 week, nothing happened to him. If you have a severe reaction, don't increase, continue with 1 pair. If okay, everything okay, then go to second week, we increase to 2 pairs per day. 2 pairs per day. Now, they can take 1 shot 2 pair, or 1 pair in the morning, 1 pair in the evening, before meal, after meal, it's okay. Anytime in the day, anytime is coming. If forgotten to take in the morning, can take in the evening, take any time of the day, no restriction. You see. And there is also no restriction on food or medicine or whatever it is. They can take together with coffee, with allopathic medicine, with Ayurvedic medicine, with this herbal, anything. Can take to concurrently. It's not a problem. They take 1 shot or take into 2 times before meal, after meal, doesn't make much difference. These are the things, free taking. Yeah? Now, if second week, everything turn normally, okay. Then go to third week, you increase to 4 pairs per day. 4 pairs per day. 4 pairs means you can take 2 pairs in the morning or 2 pairs in the evening. 2 pairs in the evening. Now, they can take 4 pairs concurrently. 1 shot is okay? No problem, before meal or after meal. Now, say, after taking 4 pairs, say there's some reaction started to come. Then the people asking us a lot about the reaction, you know. Not to say, even myself, 15 years in the field, sometimes people ask me about reaction, I still cannot answer. Because there's so many types of reaction now. But forget about reaction also. Reaction is the working of the immune system. Even though you doesn't understand anything about reaction, you still can practice ganotherapy. Because a person having a reaction, we only ask him one question. Is it bearable to you or unbearable to you? Can you stand it or can you not stand it? Whether you vomit blood, whether you cannot sleep, whether you sleep too much, whether you groggy, whether you become a loose motion or tight motion, it's not our concern. We only ask one question. Can you stand this or not? Bearable to you or not bearable to you? You say, okay, this thing's still okay, I can bear it, everything. Then continue with your dosage. But here we say, this thing's too much for me. I cannot take this. Then you reduce the dosage. This is a simple logic, you know. This is simple logic. If they can stand it, continue with the dosage. If they cannot stand, reduce the dosage. And normally, we do not advise people to increase the dosage when they have it. Because they already reason you increase the dosage, normally will aggravate the situation. But on certain cases, if they still find fine, everything okay, then you can increase. But normally you maintain. You maintain the dosage until this reaction disappear. He is happy with himself, then you can increase. Then come to the 4th week, then 6 pairs per day. Now, this 1, 2, 4, 6 is not a fixed rule. It's not a hard rule that is unbroken never. It must depend on the economical condition of our patient also. Sometimes 6 pairs per day is too much for certain people economically. Then you can go for 1, 2, 3. 1 pair, 2 pairs, and for 3 pairs, then observe for 3 pairs, everything. Actually, it's free to apply. It's not a fixed rule. It's just an advice. Then, as a doctor or as a therapist, people always come to me. I am having epilepsy, how many doses I should take? Some people say, I'm having diabetes, with certain sugar level, how many doses I should take? Now, then you observe, there are only 3 categories of this consumer. First category is with a minor complaint. And they have complaint, a minor complaint. And all of us, you can sit here, can talk everything, normally it's a minor complaint. There's 6 pairs per day, about 6 pairs per day, 3 to 6 pairs per day. Some that are major complaints, already affecting their work, affecting their living, affecting their life already. These things. Then there are normally 9 pairs to 12 pairs per day. Then, third group are very seriously ill, terminal cases where there's no hope of treatment anything. Then go 18 pairs and above. 18 pairs and above. There's no limit in the consumption. In Malaysia, also in Hong Kong, sometimes when we face these terminal cases with the approval of the family, we even go up to 120 pairs per day, 150, 40 pairs per day. It's okay. But seldom go to the extent. Seldom go there. But even you go to the extent, it's okay. So, talking about the disease. Don't ask the disease. You see what is the condition, whether it's a minor case or is a serious case or is a terminal case. Then you advise accordingly. Advise accordingly. As simple as that, no? Otherwise, even as a doctor, sometimes people come with such a funny cases, so it's very difficult for you to advise, no? The dosage. So just, what do you call? Depend on their severity. Now, just now a question about this epilepsy. Let's take epilepsy as a study case. As we know, epilepsy is due to some out of function of certain brain this thing. So sometimes doctor go for operation to cut off the connection nerve. This is the thing. But this also normally doesn't solve the problem very much. Now, epilepsy after taking Ganoderma, instead of getting better, many of the cases become worse. No, the more seizure and more this thing happen. There is also a case happening in Malaysia. After taking Ganoderma, the seizure come 30 or 40 times a day. But you must remember, this is not caused by Ganoderma. It's caused by the body system. You must be patient with it. See whether they can bear it or they cannot bear it. If they can bear it, continue with this thing. Then after the seizure become less and less, then one day the thing just disappears. Is it on the epilepsy? It's the same case as many other diseases. Take diabetes as example. Diabetes. Many diabetes patients in Malaysia, after taking RGM, they feel so fresh and energetic. They are very confident. Now my disease is already okay. They go to the blood test. They say my test must be beautiful. But after test, the doctor straight away bar him, send him to ICU because the sugar content is too high. Why? Why it happened that way? Very simple. When a person is having a diabetes, the sugar is not only in the blood, it's also inside the tissue. The real test will be test on the tissue, but seldom doctor will take the tissue sample and test. This is very complicated. We test on this sugar, on this blood. Now, this is a tricky test. A diabetes patient, what is the toxin inside the body? It's a sugar. Your body has to dispose it off, no? How the body is going to dispose it off? You extract all the extra sugar from the tissue, you dump it into the blood vessel, you bring it to the liver, bring it to the kidney, everything dispose it off. So after 1 or 2 weeks, taking Ganoderma, you go for blood test, you always have a very poor result. Oh, so dirty, with such a high toxic level inside the blood. But that is a proof of detoxification. They feel better, they feel energetic, everything okay, but the blood test is very poor. This is normal. You only take the test after 1 or 2 months, it's okay. Not after 1 or 2 weeks, you go. Sometimes some people, they take a blood test before they take Ganoderma. After taking 1 week, then they quickly go and take another test. They told me, worse. This thing is kind of worse, no. They aggravated. Blood test is not everything. Blood test is just part of the story. You must go for tissue test, the whole body test. That is the thing, no. When you talk about blood test, remember Bruce Lee. After the blood test, everything okay, but die after 2 weeks. This is a thing. And my another patient just now, the lung problem, after blood test, everything normal. But the lung of a lot of problem, this is the thing. So this blood test is not the only indication of health. You must take the other factors into consideration. So when your patient show to you that after taking Ganoderma, the blood test become more of this thing, stay calm. Ask them to take the test after one month. Then you have beautiful result. This is a proof of detoxification. Now, so am I clear on the dosage? So next time, so C portion, A, B, and C. Okay. Now, actually A, B, and C is just a very rough. You see, A portion is a lung and heart. A B portion is liver, stomach, and also part of the intestine. C is a reproduction organ normally. Now, you see, when we talk about reaction, you see, sometimes the reaction can be happening oppositely. It's some people, they're having a reproduction problem or sexual problem, they always have a problem in this area. The opposite is this area. Some people, they have a power problem, they always have a throat problem also. These are the things. But today we are not going to go into this because it takes a long time to explain. But whatever it is, A, B, C is just a convenient way. Now our hand, also A, B, and C. But some people, they always have cold hand. The hand is always cold, everything. Then you must suspect either it's lung problem or it is this heart problem. How do we know it's lung problem or heart problem? If it's lung problem, they must associate with breathing. They must have cough, difficulty in breathing, shortness in breathing. But heart problem, heart is for circulation, you know. Circulation is something to do with the mental alertness. When the heart problem, sometimes they feel drowsy, they feel not concentrated, they always forgetful, cannot sleep well, then it is a heart problem. So a person is having a cold hand. The first question I ask him, how is the breathing? Everything. You're breathing okay, everything okay, then it must be a heart problem. Sometimes people have complained this reason. This, the second here, it must be liver or stomach problem. But you see, for example, if people complain about the rheumatism at the kneecap here, no, if a person have a problem in the kneecap, no matter how much you massage the knee, you never solve your problem. A person having a right hand kneecap problem is having a liver problem. You see, our leg also A, B, and C. So this problem is here. It's right in the liver. So if people have a right knee problem, you must suspect of liver. Left knee problem, suspect of stomach. Treat this area. Instead of treating the kneecap, you can never solve the problem by treating the thing. Yeah. Then our knee in front and the joint at the back. Joint is reflected to the kidney. That's a person having kidney problem, also weak in the knee. This is a main reflexology. So reversely, a person having a kidney problem, we using Ganoderma oil to massage at the back of this thing, then it can improve, like acupuncture. Sometimes we also Wei Chong, this thing, you put in a needle, the back, then it can treat this the kidney problem. In front, can treat the liver problem, something like this. But it's outside the scope of today, this thing, just for interest. That's why a person, when compared rheumatism inside the knee, don't treat the knee. Treat the liver or treat the stomach. Then this is the right way. How to treat the liver or stomach? Simple, 1, 2, 4, 6. Big 1, 2, 4, 6, this is the thing. This is yeah. You see, people are still influenced by the conventional thinking. Certain type of disease, they manage certain type of medicine, certain way of prescription, certain way of taking. That is not true in ganotherapy. We are not discussing about disease. And we are also not against other systems. We always work hand in hand in other systems. Just now Dr. Thangaras told me, ganotherapy and other system is a two-blade of scissors. It must work together to have beautiful results. That's why, if your background is allopathy, feel free to use allopathy treatment. You can feel free to use antibiotic or whatever it is together with this thing. If you are your Ayurvedist, you feel free to use a herb. You are traditional, is a herbalist, use a herb together with RGN, GL. It works beautifully. It works beautifully. That's why we always discuss to work hand in hand in other systems. There's no restriction. As a person is taking the prescription for doctor, they can work together with RGN and GL. Now that is on the dosage. It sounds very simple, but it's as simple as that. There's no dosage, nothing more than that. In ganotherapy, we only have two cards, First card is RG and GL, no other type of medicine, RG and GL. Second card is a dosage. These are the two things you can play around with, not more than that. So, anybody come, what we can play around is a dosage. Dosage is extremely important. It's extremely important, this thing. But dosage is different from different people. So you have to go by trial and error. There's no hard and fast rule. You cannot say, oh, this person needs 6 pairs. You look at the face of next person, next 9 pairs. It doesn't work that way. You say power problem, power. Some people take 1 pair per day, beautifully solved. Some people have to take until 12 pairs, 15 days per pair. That has to depend on their gastrointestinal, this absorbing power also. So you have to be patient by patient, not by looking at the face. Normally you try 1 pair, 2 pairs, 4 pairs, 4 pairs to 6 pairs, then we observe for 1 month. Any improvement or not? If there's beautiful improvement, then no need to go for further dosage. If there's unsatisfactory in improvement, then you increase the dosage. It's simple logic. Simple logic. So you don't need to ask me again, what is the dosage and everything. Nah? It's just as simple as that. Now, just now we are talking that Ganoderma by itself is not a medicine, it's a food. So all the reaction is caused by our immune system. So you don't need to worry that immune system will cause any harm. Many people have a lot of worry, And just now, we also have a case, you see, diabetes, just now, the case. After taking Ganoderma, diabetes is beautiful. All the sugar level come down, but still fear in the morning. I feel agitated, Of course, you have this sort of reaction. Because why? For diabetes patients, they always have liver and kidney problem. Because when you are having a diabetes, too much sugar inside the body, you have to depend on the liver to kidney to dispose of the sugar. You're overworking. You work too much on the liver, this thing. Eventually they fail, or eventually they have a problem. Liver will make you agitated and emotional. And kidney will make you feel fear. So after taking this Ganoderma, first we control. After detoxification, your sugar level will come down. Then you must go to the second phase. Regeneration, balance back the body function. By the time you have a lot of emotional, this thing, physical, this reaction. You see, many people, they're telling me, you see, Ganoderma, first week work very well. After taking Ganoderma, feel so fresh, everything. Come to second week, third week, suddenly so many reactions come. Then they say, what's wrong with this medicine, First week okay, second week doesn't turn okay. No, it's nothing wrong with Ganoderma. It's something we do the action. You see, let's say you have a joint problem. Let's say you have arthritis, inflammation, or you have a rheumatism. There is the accumulation of, let's say, this, what you call uric acid. You have pain, right? After taking Ganoderma, during the detoxification, all the uric acid will be cleansed away. Okay, so then you feel light, you feel everything okay, then your whole hand feel beautiful. Then you're not cured, because your wound inside is still remain. You still need to go to second phase of balancing back. That will take time. 3 months, 1 year, or even 2 years, this is the thing. If the time you stop taking Ganoderma, this thing accumulate back again, then you feel pain again. Then some people, they complain. Taking Ganoderma, then no problem. Stop taking, then the problem come back. Because they never go to the second phase of regeneration. You need to regenerate the body. And to regenerate the body, it's not a matter of 1 day or 2 days. It's a matter of months. 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. Even the therapists from Japan, they say take even up to 5 years. Because your problem it takes 20 or 30 years to develop, it cannot be solved in 1 or 2 weeks. So they must be patient after taking this thing. So if a person, at first taking Ganoderma, feel fresh, afterwards feel worse, it's a good sign. Second with them, they already go into the second phase of the therapy, regeneration or balancing back. So just now we have a classic case of balancing back. The diabetes, after taking RG and GL, the sugar level come down, beautiful, but having emotional problem, very agitated problem. That is a beautiful progress first, a beautiful progress. I mean, you already started to regenerate, to balance back the liver and kidney. These are the things. Okay. Now we are dealing with the business of Ganoderma. Sometimes people ask me, who can take Ganoderma? What are the age, this thing, whether very old people can take Ganoderma or not, whether newborn baby can take Ganoderma or not. Our standard answer is that before a person come to this world, before he say bye-bye, goodbye to this world, he can take Ganoderma. What do you mean by before coming to the world? Before coming to the world is during the pregnancy of the mother. Now, our Ganoderma is beautiful for pregnant women. You see, pregnant women, when the child is developing, press against the organ, first they develop emotional problem. They press against the liver, press against the kidney, they're having a severe emotional problem. That's a normal phenomenon. Secondly, due to the hormone system imbalance, they develop certain liking of the food. In Asia, many people thought that for a pregnant woman during pregnancy to ask for off-season food is something normal. It is not normal. Something is wrong with the system. They ask for certain food which is not in the season, the husband has to scratch ahead to go. Something is wrong with the hormone system. You need to balance back. If the mother is not healthy, the child cannot be healthy. For a simple reason. That's why for this pregnant woman, you take RG and GL. But certain women, they're worried, They say RG and GL is very good. I take, then my child becomes too big, he very difficult in the labor. No, whether the big or small is hereditary, nothing to do with Ganoderma. You don't worry, take RG&GL, the child becomes too big to be born. No such worries. No such worries. It's a wrong concept. It's good for women first to regulate the hormones, to regulate the emotion. Then they don't have this after birth syndrome. They don't have, certain women after giving birth, they have a lot of historical, psychological problem. After taking Ganoderma, they don't have this problem. And the beautiful part is that the body will back to normal very quickly. Return to the beautiful shape very quickly. And this is also a starting point. So you go and hunt around all the pregnant women for this thing. This is our first group of customers. Before the child come to this world. These are the things. Now for newborn baby, you see, Ganoderma is food, it's a type of food. Anybody can take. Even the first day after this thing also they can take. But of course for the newborn baby, normally we don't address RG&GL unless they have some problem. You see, there's one case in Sulawesi, one of our double diamond. So he is having his first grandchild. Happy man, happy grandfather. But his happiness very short-lived, because the child come out, cannot be urinated. After 2 days, the whole abdomen becomes so hard, the doctor advised for surgery and go for X-ray and surgery. And he refused for X-ray, and he's right. For a newborn baby, go for X-ray will damage the brain, can damage the brain. So what he do, he put RG&GL into the tongue. After 5 or 10 minutes, the urine come out with a lot of this bubbling, this thing. Sometimes the newborn baby, they have a jaundice problem. They can also take, just put half RG&GL into the milk and this thing. But if the mother is the breast milk, this thing, put into the tongue first. Spoon in the tongue, then give the milk to the baby. Just half capsule will do. Half RG and half GL. But some baby, they don't like RG because it's very bitter, Then you only address GL. This is a thing. And it's good for the brain development of this thing. Because of polysaccharide in this thing. This is for baby. Second group of our customers. Then third group is a student. Baby come out, the student. What is important for a student is their study, concentration, their memory. And our GL is fantastic. Our GL, a lot of polysaccharide in the GL. The polysaccharide inside the GL is akin to the protein or in the membrane. Our membrane of the cell, the structure is akin to the polysaccharide on GL. And so after taking GL, you can repair the membrane very quickly for development of the cell in the body. And it's good for the brain. Good for the brain. In Malaysia, many of our teachers become diamond simply because they introduce GL to students. You see, students can take RG, but sometimes take RG and GL is too much financial burden to the family. Small children, normally they don't have toxin inside their body, so they take GL is sufficient for them. Take 1 or 2 GL per day is okay. Now for students, it improves their thing. In Malaysia, we have done a lot of study. Those are problematic students, those are retarded students, they go for special school, for retarded school. After taking GL for 2 to 3 months, they improve considerably, and some of them put back to a normal school. And many of our members, their children are not performing well in the school. But after taking GL, their mathematics, their concentration power are much improved. You all can try it on yourself. This is our third group on this thing. Now, first group is a pregnant woman. Second group is a small child. Then a student. Student, of course, secondary or whatever it is. Then come to the fourth group is a teenager. Those graduated from this thing. What is important for a teenager? Their feature. They must look handsome, look presentable. This thing, beauty in the face. Ganoderma is the best cosmetic in the world. Why I say best cosmetic in the world? Now I ask all of you a very simple question. A person buy RG&GL from you. After 1 week, he go and menu again. Now, without talking to you, looking at him, can you know whether he has take RG&GL or not? Can you know or not? Definitely we can know. By looking at the face, we will know. Because why? Our face is the mirror of our body. Because there are a lot of these, what they call small blood vessels inside the face, just like inside the organ. If your organ is not healthy, there's a lot of deposit inside the organ, there's also a lot of deposit on the face. So after taking RG and GL, there's a lot of cleansing. When cleansed, the blood vessel will cleanse out, the face will lighten up, look more fresh. So a person, after buying RG and GL, whether they are consuming or not, they cannot bluff us, they cannot cheat us. We know by looking at the face. These are the thing, yeah? So these are the things. So after taking RG and GL, you can have a fairer complexion, a beautiful complexion. Look at our Roni, our Ramat, a beautiful face. So it's a beauty from inside. You can see it within 1 or 2 weeks. You don't need to wait for it. Oh, thank you, yeah. This thing. So in Hong Kong, Singapore, this is a very good selling point. So all the beautician, everything, they promote this like anything to their customer, then it become a beautification. Not only that, our RG and GL can become a beauty mask. Simple. Just put 1 RG, 1 GL, add with some clean water, mineral water, then apply on the face as a mask. You see, yeah, beautiful. This thing. Now, in the future, we are going to introduce this shampoo, body shampoo, and toothpaste. Now, just now, one member told me they apply toothpaste on the face turns dark. Never apply toothpaste raw on the skin, a whole pack like this. Never. That's why our toothpaste contains menthol. Otherwise, your face beautiful, your neck ugly. These are things. You see, especially Asian, they're forgetting their neck, you know. Some women, they take care of their face so well, they're forgetting about neck. So very angelistic face, but certain things, neck, so when you wash, remember to wash your neck, your ear, everything. It's simple. And you see, for a woman to buy scrubber is very costly. Good scrubber is costly. And many scrubber, they put in a cost aggregate there to rub against your skin. That we never advise people to do that. Your skin, your this thing, sometimes your infection of the skin, it never works that way. So by this toothpaste, you washing the face like this way, now you naturally scrub off all the dead cells. And then the ganoderma there go into a good, action of face, your face become lightened out. Men and women can do the same thing. Now, if they don't believe, ask them to wash only on one face. They'll see what happens. Some of our members, they experiment on their hand. After some time you see, a lot of difference between the both hands. You wash this thing. Then in the future, we're going to come up with shampoo and body shampoo. Now, just briefly, what is the right way of using shampoo, our shampoo? Now, the right way of using shampoo is before you're taking the bath, put it, straight away apply it on your hair. Make it stick there for half an hour. Because why? We need the ganoderma to penetrate into the skin. If you put a lot of foam, then what is the use? Because your hair itself do not have any life, You only at the root there. So you apply to the root, hit it close to the root, then you turban yourself. As a Punjabis, just turban the thing, then enjoy the movie and relax yourself for at least 20 minutes. Let's take at least 20 minutes for the skin to absorb the good nutrition. Have a deep cleansing on this thing. Then you go for take bath. Then you can solve this HIV problem. Hair is vanishing problem. And one Filipino, he become diamond. So he had a bald head, So he apply this thing and the hair coming out. He sells shampoo like anything. He become a shampoo diamond. This thing is shampoo king. But the right way of using our shampoo is before taking bath. You can wet your hair a little bit, then apply it and hit it near to the scalp. That's the right way. Of course, you can use a normal shampoo and wash, it's okay. Then, but be careful. Certain people, after the washing, they have a lot of dandruff, a lot of stew, the hair is very dry. That's normal. Because many shampoo, they put in oil, they put in this thing, then it's not natural. After you wash the whole thing, then your skin forgotten to secrete the oil anymore. Using our shampoo, we don't have much oil into it. You force the skin to reproduce the normal productive oil. So only after 1 or 2 weeks of dry hair, after that your hair will turn back to normal and beautiful. This is the thing. And our body loss, body form. The same case, you can apply on the face, apply on this thing before taking bath. So you see, When I remember when I'm in Hong Kong, there's one question put to me by the beautician. He said, Dr. Lim, say for Hong Kong people, not only the face must be beautiful, not only the hair must be beautiful, okay? Our neck, our shoulder, the hand, the body, the leg, the whole body must be beautiful. If I apply RG throughout my body, broke, bankrupt, this thing, of course you apply throughout the body, it's too costly an affair. What should we do? Very simple. You apply throughout your body by our body form. Body form, apply it, not every day, just one or twice per week. Every day you use it as a normal thing, one or twice a day, apply the whole thing, cover yourself, enjoy yourself for 20 minutes or half an hour, then go and take bath. Not only your skin are beautiful, you become much energetic, because the Ganotherapy goes into deep cleansing, after dispose of all the toxins, you feel enlightened up. You see, in Malaysia, we ask people never use cheap shampoo. With cheap shampoo, there are a lot of chemical, there are a lot of fluorescence. You put this thing under the light, also you can see the sparkling. You want to make your hair sparkling. That is no good for your health, because this area very close to the brain. You apply it, you go into the lymphatic gland, and after that absorb into your this will affect your emotion and your mental. The more you wash with the mad shampoo, the bad shampoo, the madder you become. You become mad, This is a thing, Then even the toothpaste, many of the toothpaste they use saccharin. Saccharin artificial sugar. When you wash your teeth, you must remember, our teeth also needs nourishment, But you wash with saccharin has no nutritional value. Then you go into the lymphatic gland, go into your brain, you affect your emotions. So after using our shampoo for 1 month, then you use back the old after using a toothpaste for 1 month, you use back the old toothpaste, you see that day the emotion is different. You can go and do some experiment, you think. And now the same case our shampoo. Of course our shampoo are not coming, I didn't talk too much about shampoo, Otherwise Rahmat will chase by you all the day, don't chase him, you'll get all the approval thing will come. But come back to our toothpaste. Many people say, oh, funny, toothpaste is supposed to brush in the tooth, How come you say for this skin rashes, for insect bite? Sometimes when people have headache, so they apply on the forehead, cough also they apply on this thing. You see, our toothpaste, they're putting a natural ingredient inside our toothpaste, So actually it's a common practice to apply it on the skin and everything, But don't apply in a big batch. Remember, apply in a sporadic one, then you rub. I remember that day, Tesangul, our diamond told me of one experience. One day, they're in the jungle, they go for trekking, everything. One child gets some insect bite, everything. The whole body come out with razors, crying in the middle of the jungle. What do we do? So we apply this, our Ganotherapy, on those eating place, rub everything. Then half an hour, the whole problem is solved. And this on the usage. Now, this on the, let's say, our RG and GR product can be used for cosmetic purpose. And this is a vast market, It's a vast market. And compared to cosmetic, our product is cheap, So you can eat it, so you can apply it to this thing. Now this is on the fourth group of our customer. Then come to the men, the married men. Married men and couple, what is the main problem? You see, married men, there are two main problems. Or men and women. When I say men, is of course it represents women also. But we don't set on women, no. Other people so that we do not respect the race. Okay. Two main problems. First is stress problem. After you're having a family, you have to go and earn enough living to this thing. So in the today modern society, of 5 married couple, one is overstressed. One is overstressed. Now this overstress causes a lot of problems. Out of 5 men, 1 man is having this sexual problem. Important. Now the statistic, we got the stress. Out of 5 women, 1 is suffering from this woman disease, white discharge, this emotional problem, the pains before this menstrual level. Now, out of 5 couple, 1 couple is very difficult to get child. This thing. So these are something to do with stress. Now, how to handle stress with our product? It's very simple. One of our products is very good for stress. That is our coffee. Coffee. Many people are telling me that coffee is not good for health. What for you go and produce coffee? Now, coffee by itself is just a type of bean. By itself don't cause any harm. The harm is not come from coffee. It comes from the additive that you put into the coffee. To make the aroma better, to move everything, make the chemical you put into the coffee, then it's making it harmful. You see, in Malaysia, in the rural area, when they fry their own coffee, you go and drink the coffee for 4 or 5 cups, nothing will happen to you. But you go and drink some instant coffee, 1 or 2 cups, and you feel the whole body are not feeling well. It's not because of coffee, because of the additive you put inside the coffee. You must remember this thing. Now, coffee is very good for stress handling. Let's say if a person is having a stress, this thing, you take coffee and take 2 to 3 packs of this our RG and GL, within 20 to 30 minutes, the stress level will be controlled. That's why we always advise the wife, when your husband is grumbling, making a lot of noise inside the house, don't quarrel with the husband, no. You just make a cup of DXN coffee, let your husband drink. After 20 minutes, everything will stop. When you feel stressful, when you feel you cannot cope with life, take RG and GL with a cup of coffee, relax for 20 minutes, then your stress level will disappear. Okay, this one thing. Now, then in Southeast Asia, in Malaysia, there's one hot topic during this discussion, is how to increase the sexual power. It's always a hot topic. I don't know about India. I hope it's not a taboo here. So we develop certain special formula to boost to increase your strength. We call it the formula of 4111. What do you mean by 4111? We are using 4GL. 4GL, take away the capsule. Take away the 4GL with 1 sachet of coffee, 1 sachet of coffee, then with 1 teaspoon of honey, then with 1 egg yolk, teaspoon of honey. Tablespoon, sorry, big spoon. Honey is not very important, it's just add to taste. Then 1 raw egg yolk without egg white. Raw egg yolk, I remember, not cooked one, raw one. Not cucumber, yolk, egg yolk. Now, let me ask you the basic question. Yellow yolk. Don't put the white one. Put in the yellow one. Now, what is the logic behind that? You see, first, the coffee. The coffee will dilate your blood vessels slightly, make your circulation flow better. Your emotionally flow okay. So GL can increase the strength of your body. Then your honey has dual function. First, honey is a natural, bacteria killer. It can kill the bacteria inside the yolk. And honey also can give you instant energy. Then raw yolk is important. Your raw yolk have a lot of lecithin. And the lecithin will improve the structure of the body cell and everything. Then together with the polysaccharide from this adenoma, it's a complete merge. Many people say, raw yolk doesn't sound right. You don't take the boiled one because raw egg yolk will lower your cholesterol level. But the cooked one will increase the cholesterol level. Just opposite. So you must always use raw egg yolk, this thing. Then put it in hot water. Now don't worry about the hot water will reduce the efficacy. We need hot water to put it to make a temperature difference. We kill the bacteria inside the yolk by variation of temperature. That means you put in a very hot water to the yolk, then you stir the thing, then the temperature will come down when you contact with the coffee, with everything. The changes of this temperature will kill the bacteria in the yolk. You think? Then it's a very beautiful drink. You drink it. Then you just report to me. What is the outcome? Yeah? 4111, yeah. Many women told me it's unfair, they say this one for the men. No, this is also for women. This is also for men. So when you prepare 2 portions, one for yourself, one for your husband. You see, for women, what's important, you must be emotionally stable, you must feel affectionate, you must feel nice with all the relationship things. That will improve, and you improve your skin complex. By women taking this thing, you have a beautiful skin. After you take two times per week. No need every day. 2 times per week. Now it can replace Viagra easily. Yeah. For 1 month. So if you have any doubt, ask Raman. Raman is expert in that. These are our 4 1 month. Then also we can do this coffee mix. You put coffee with some ice, with the whole egg, put GL, brand the whole thing. It's beautiful. This coffee shake. You can have a coffee shake. This thing. So there are many ways of this thing to increase the strength of the body. The 5th group, yeah. Oh, okay. We have alternative this thing. Now, vegetarian, even the unfertilized egg also cannot take? No, cannot take now. Now, okay, actually, yolk, you say egg is for protein. If you don't want to use this egg, what you can do? You increase more on GM, double, say, maybe you put 7 or 8 GM. But in the future, when we come up with a fresh mushroom, you can use a fresh mushroom to replace egg and meat. The fresh mushroom has 60% of this protein. You can use take together with fresh mushroom, cook and fresh. The fresh one you must cook. All mushroom never take raw, no. Cook put it in a this thing and egg. So you can forego with the egg, but double the GM. But some people they cannot find honey. You don't have honey, you put in some sugar, it's also okay. It's not compulsory. So if you don't have this thing, of course, if you don't have egg, you can put a bean powder, bean powder. Another way, if you don't have this, if you do not have egg, there's one simple method. This soybean, you know soybean? Soybean you soak into the water for 4 or 5 hours. Not overnight. 4 or 5 hours. Then you use a blender to blend the whole thing and squeeze out the juice. Put some this thing, then you have this soya milk. I think Susila should be able to know how to do this, soy milk. Yeah? You can ask this, we can demonstrate in the thing. I mean you don't soak the soybean overnight, you see overnight, all the protein turn to fiber already. So it's too little. You soak only 4 or 5 hours, drain the water, put into the blender, the vegetable, this fruit blender, put in some water, blend the whole thing, then squeeze out the juice, blend again 2 or 3 times, then you get this soya milk. And this soy milk, you must cook, soy milk you must boil, but don't boil until 100 degrees. Boil 100 degrees, suddenly the thing will explode in this bubble. You boil until have a good aroma with this thing, then you can stop boiling. Then you can use the one to replace yolk. Then together, you pour it into our 4111. It's beautiful. The one for vegetarian is beautiful. Yeah? Now, that is our 5th group, 5th group. Then come to the 6th, it's advanced old age people, advanced senior people. Now, senior people, what's important for senior people is they must have a good life quality. The life quality must be good. So in order to have a good life quality, they must regenerate the body function. Now when you approach the old people, you see, we tell them, we want you to have a good life, live as a young man. And let me tell you one of a real incident happening. One of our stockists, one day he telephoned to the office. He said, I have placed the order of my product, how come you never send to me? Then we look at our this thing, he said, we already sent to you last week, but he never received. I said, what happened, He introduced the thing to his father. His father already 80 years this thing. So afterwards, the father so energetic, and his father want to marry again, So they get so angry, then they stop all the RG and GL to his father. He said, no, forget about that, So when he sent the product to him, his father go and confiscate everything, keep it for his own consumption. This is the thing. So good for old people. Good for all, but not, of course, not to marry again, but to have a better life, To have a better life. This thing. So for the old people, we're talking about good life quality. Last, when we come to the sick people, the 7th group. Sick people, we're talking about detoxification, we're talking about coming back. So the sick people, only 1/7 of our market. It's not our main market. Our main market are healthy people, provide good life quality. So we have 7 groups. Pregnant women is good for the emotion, good for the hormones, good for the child, good for the body. Small child is good for the brain development. Okay? Children, small school children, good for the study. Good. Young people is good for the cosmetic, good for their appearance. Then for the married couple, good for the stress handling and also this the sexual power. Then the old people, good for the life, general improvement of life quality. Then good this sick people, they were talking about detoxification as in the morning and this regeneration of the body. Now, not only human being, you know. If you are clever, this fighting cock also can become SA. There's one case in Indonesia. One people, he reared a lot of this fighting cock, chicken, to fight one. So one day he put 6 pair or 9 pairs for the cock to take. Always win in a competition, you know. They take it so long, they calculate, the cock will become SA already. Every day, it becomes star agent, because the consumer, this is the thing. So they, so there's one cases in Singapore, they rear this the koi, Japanese carp. They put GL for the cup to think, oh, beautiful color. Then have a higher price. So there's one diamond in Bali, the island of Bali. He's a bird enthusiast. He likes to rear birds. So what he do? He go to the bird shop, get all the sick bird. The bird already sick, no price. No. So give you a very cheap price. After coming back, he feed RG and GM. The bird becomes energetic, good again. Sells 10 to 20 times higher price. Some people, the cat had problem, also they said the cat has a good problem, the dog, and they did our pets and everything. Animals also can take RG and GM. Fish also can take fish, animal, anything. So if you are good, now you can sell to any living thing. No? And this is the thing, they are unlimited in our market. These are the things. Yeah? Okay. Now a little bit on this, this thing. Now talking so much about Ganoderma, I ask you a simple question. Are all the Ganoderma the same throughout the world? No. Oh, DXN Ganoderma, of course, is the same throughout the world. I mean, you have more than 200 types of Ganoderma in the jungle. No? Are all the Ganoderma of the same type of therapeutic strength? No. We have made a lot of study, on Ganoderma. So last time we feed it on the mouse, feed it on the chicken. More chicken, we study the motility rates or everything. Out of 200 species, only 6 species are potent. Have a great potential. So our DXN Ganoderma is out of the 6 species that we get from the jungle. They have very good, study. We study is a very potential. It's different from other company. That's why our Ganoderma is under a long year of research, so they cannot compare with this thing. Now, if you want to compare to other companies, because now there are many companies selling Ganoderma, and many of them they're selling this water soluble one. We put into the glass, it's all dissolved in water, but our one is not dissolved in water. Then our competitor, they also claim our one of inferior quality, their one is better because they dissolve everything in this thing. Now, if a product dissolves everything in water, it's not a good product for a simple reason. Ganoderma is having more than 300 types of active ingredients in Ganoderma. Only 30% are soluble in water. Now, if you give me a product that is 100% soluble in water, that means you only give me 30% of the content. One thing. Secondly, in order to extract it in the water, you see, you have to heat it for long hours. That will destroy the polysaccharide in the thing. Thirdly, if the water quality is no good, you have to, after the evaporation, you need to evaporate, isn't it? So the potassium, the heavy metal inside the water will keep on concentrate and more concentrate, until when you put into the concentrator, there are a lot of heavy metal, a lot of this thing. That's why some internet say, don't take Ganoderma with a high potassium level. How can Ganoderma contain potassium? Ganoderma cannot produce potassium. It must be due to something wrong with the process. Something wrong with the process and plantation. Certain company, they don't produce their own Ganoderma. They buy from farmer. They buy in terms of kg. So when the farmer plant Ganoderma, the bigger it is, the heavier it is, the better, because by kg. To become it bigger, they put in hormones, they put potassium to increase the growth of the growth, then they put in all sort of urea to increase the nitrogen, to make the whole thing grow very big. No therapeutic effect. We must go organic planting, 100% natural. We must go organic planting, 100% natural, using natural food, grow to a natural size. You don't interfere with the size, no? We can grow Ganoderma as big as this one, but no use. It's only for souvenir. There is a lot in our farm. We sell it as souvenir. We never make into capsule. But to make into capsule, first you need an organic farming. But many companies claim that they are also organic farm. You see, to substantiate your organic farm, you must have ISO 14001 certification. If I go to Europe, I say, I have an organic farm, everything. No, they never think. The first question they ask you, where is your 14001? If you have 14001, that means you can prove that your farm is an organic farm. And we have this 14001, the ISO 14001. So when people wanted to compare their product with us, first question we ask, do you have this certification in your farm? If you don't have this certificate on your farm, there's no guarantee that you're using organic farming. If there is no guarantee that you're using organic farming, that means you can put anything into the Ganoderma and it may be harmful to the body. Secondly, come to the factory. Any pharmaceutical factory, they must have GMP certificate. I mean good manufacturing practice. Good manufacturing practice. I think the same thing also happen in India, throughout the world, any pharmaceutical company. And we have a GMP certification. Not only GMP, we also having this TGA from Australia. Because sometimes the GMP or the national is not recognized throughout the world. So they form another association, they call it TGA, Association Therapeutic Good Administration. From Australia, that is recognized in USA, in all the Europe and all the advanced countries. We also have the certification. We send Australians send 2 officers to us. The first thing they check, they're not checking our factory. The first thing they check is the toilet. No? They go to the toilet and everything okay. If they tell you your toilet is not clean, they'll go back to Australia straight away. That is the thing. Now, very strict, and we get a TGA. Now, we also have ISO 9002. For this thing. So when people want to compare the product with us, the first question we ask them, do you have a GMP certificate for your factory? And do you have this TGA for your factory? And do you have an ISO 9002 for your factory? Everybody is saying the product are good. Nobody will say the product are inferior. You see, the only thing we can compare is by independent institutions. If I say, oh, very good, nobody will believe. ISO is not produced by us, it's independent. TGA is not produced by us, independent party, and this GMP also by independent party. Lastly, of course, is the analysis. We have a Malaysian, this is what they call this USM, University of Science Malaysia certificate. We have the CCA, Singapore, this certificate. We also from Australia. From many countries, we have all the certification analysis. So our products are very safe to take. Very safe and very and you want to compare the other product, we must compare in the term different. Then we have our own technology. Our technology, the main difference between our technology with other firms is that we are using cold treatment in our technology. When we harvested the Ganoderma, first process is dehydration. You must dehydrate. Dehydration, there are 2 main techniques. The first technique, of course, you put into oven, you put into this heater, you heat the Ganoderma until the thing becomes dry. But that process is harmful to the product because under high temperature, the constitution will change. We are using this low temperature dehydration. The logic is very simple. We have a condenser, a chill condenser. So we have a seal room. So the air will pass through the condenser. Then all the moisture content inside the air will condense on the condenser and the water will remove away. Then the cold and this dry air will come out. Then you evaporate the water content from the Ganoderma at a fixed temperature. Not by variation of the temperature, at a fixed temperature. Then but keep on circulating the air through the condenser. this thing, 8 to 12 hours, we can completely dehydrate the whole thing under fixed and low temperature. This is the first thing. Now, after dehydrate the ganoderma, not all part of the ganoderma can be consumed. Certain fiber, coarse fiber, do not have any good for the body. What we need is the spores inside this thing, and also the fine fiber. So, DXN, we develop another special technique. We crush the ganoderma, then we put into a centrifugal machine. This centrifugal machine will turn the powder at a high speed. When you turn at a high speed, all the heavy and coarse fiber will go to the side. Then the light spores and this fiber will accumulate at the center. We suck it up. So we throw away the coarse fiber. We only extract the fine part in ganoderma by air, not by alcohol or not by water. This is the thing. So after that, we grind. We grind the micro grinding, grind away the spores, everything. Then we put into a capsule. The whole process do not use any heat. No heat. No heat treatment. No water. No alcohol. Everything in the wholeness of the ganoderma we retain. That is a salient feature of our ganoderma. It's different from other things. Other company, either they extract by water or they extract by alcohol. There's heat treatment. Some of them, they just bake the whole thing, dry, then they grind the whole thing and put into the capsule. It looks like earth, but the effect is very poor. Effect is very poor. So many people, they suspect, they say, how come DXN such good effect? Maybe we have put some morphine and some everything into it. I tell them, we don't put morphine. Morphine is very costly. This thing, we don't sell at 900 rupees. We put morphine maybe 9,000 rupees already. It's so costly, how to put it in. So our one is certified 100% natural by our ISO 14001, by our ISO 9002, by GMP, by TGA. Under this certification, you need to renew every year. There's no way for us to adulterate it with any other thing. Otherwise, our license will be what you call, will be a cancer by the government. So it's very safe to take. And compared to other companies, we have our own technology, cold treatment. So when talking about our farm, you must talk about organic farming, you must talk about ISO 14001. When talking about our factory, you must talk about the cold process technology, our ISO 9002, GMP and TGA. These are the salient features. For commercial production, you see, out of 1 or 2 million is ganoderma that we have planted. So we select a few best ones. Then we take the live tissue from the ganoderma. Then we get a pure spawn. The pure spawn, the constituent cannot be different from the mother plant. Chemically, physiologically, genetically, everything the same. And we are not doing genetic engineering, We do not put anything into the gene. We do not take out anything in the gene. This is also not genetic engineering. It's a natural process. We take a thing, then we get a pure spawn. Then from the pure spawn, we put into our culture, medium. Then the ganoderma will come out. As a general knowledge, yesterday someone asked me, DXN is India 1 billion population. Can DXN guarantee that you can supply to us? And some people even go to the astrologer after calculating, DXN will do too well in India until DXN Malaysia may have difficulty of supplying the product to here. Of course, it's a good news to us, this thing. But don't worry about supply. Because one ganoderma, after extracting the tissue, we can produce at least 1 million ganoderma out of it by tissue culture. Minimum 1 million. So it's not a. Now we have a breakthrough in the cultivation. All our cultivation process, all the thing we already fully mechanized. The whole thing is a matter of market. The more market is, immediately we go into the full extent of production. There's not a worry that we cannot cope with the production. Not cope with the production. And we are not doing this genetic engineering. We are not doing, you see, when you say cloning, you cannot get you cannot get the equal nutrition when you talk about this organ, of course the same. Organ, or you do the plant cloning. You see, plant cloning like ginseng. Ginseng, nowadays ginseng, they don't plant it in the field anymore, no? What they do, they take from the roots of ginseng, then they cultivate it in the lab. But that, of course, you don't get the real ginseng, you only cultivate part of ginseng. Ganotherapy is different. We take the tissue, we come up with a whole plant, ganotherapy, not just a part of the thing. So there's no question of loss of nutrition or loss of anything in the process. We get exactly the same plant. Yeah. The 6 species is get from the jungle of Malaysia. We go to the jungle, we collected all the species, we do in the lab, after that we test on the chicken, on the mice, and see the efficacy of the whole thing. We study the mortality rate, after taking it compared to the control group, you see when we rear chicken in the open, the mortality rate is very high, without the proper care. But after taking this ganotherapy, if the mortality is less than say 10 to 15%, that means it's very potent. So after select the whole thing, after doing many years of research, we come to the 6 species. No. We combine after we grow the whole thing, then we can combine to this thing. And these 6 species are closely related. Some mycologists, they don't believe, no, they say, how can you clone the 2 things? Of course, if you clone 2 mushrooms or different species, they cannot be cloned together, cannot they grow together. But because these 6, they are subspecies, they are closely related to each other. You see, it is no problem mixing them together. Yeah, this is the thing. It's a vegetable capsule. The capsule is vegetable capsule. It's safe to take. Yeah, safe to take, yes. Yeah? FDA approval America for America? No, we have a FDA in Malaysia approval, Australia also approval, because now we haven't go to the America yet. And we write to America, it says it's not necessary to get the approval. So this is food, you know. This is food. So we can sell in America freely. So the only drug then they need FDA approval. Food not necessary. These are food natural, not necessary. Not that we don't have, we never apply. It's not necessary. Not necessary. Even in United States, you don't need to have, we write to FDA, when they apply, they have a no objection letter to us. They say you can sell this product freely in United States. You know? This is not under control. It's not under control. So no need to worry about the FDA. But we have sufficient certification, you know. We have a GMP, we have TGA, we have ISO 9002, we have the Bureau of Pharmacy in Malaysia, also Singapore, also Australia. So many areas we have. So no need to worry about that. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Now, it's also near to the 7 group of customers. If you are good, you can sell to any living thing under the sun. Now, even to fish in the sea, to animal at the land, is a thing. So, 7 is grouped by age. Okay? Start from a pregnant woman, then go to a child, go to a student, you to young people, you to the the married couples, the old people, and the sick people. It's very easy. You can remember it very easily, step by step. What is the most important for a pregnant woman? The child must be healthy. He must be regain his beautiful shape afterwards. Emotionally, he must be stable, and the hormones must be stable. It's good for that. For a child, what's more important for the child is development of the brain in the physical body. So GL is very good for the development of the brain. For students, what is more important for students is a study. Yeah? They improve concentration in improving their studying skills. Then for the young people, we can use that as cosmetic. Yeah, to beautify the skin, to beautify the PP. Not to say young people, even old people also we need cosmetic. Nah? So generally can apply as well. It's the best cosmetic in the world. Then we go for this married couple, 2 main problems, stress problem and also sexual problem. Okay, the stress problem we can cope with coffee and everything to cope with this thing. Then the sexual problem we can call this a 4-1-1-1. Even if you don't have a sexual problem, we can use it as a maintenance of health. Is the thing. Then for old people, we're talking about the life quality, improve the life quality, the world looks so much better from them. Then they can work, they can walk independently, they can take care of themselves. This is for the old people. Then come to sick people, we're talking about detoxification, we're talking about regeneration to this thing. So we see, we have a vast range of these customers. So you just imagine, just now Ronnie says 30%. Now today after talking it's become 100%. You see, yeah?